Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing the main card of UFC 194. We are joined by Nick Kalikas from MMAOddsBreaker.com. Nick Kalikas, of course, professional MMA odds maker, opens lines, consults for numerous sports books, just an expert when it comes to MMA odds and odds making. And we're going to look at Luke Rockhold, Chris Weidman right now. Nick Kalikas right now, Weidman minus 155, Rockhold plus 135 on the other side. Obviously, Weidman is awesome, and you never want to bet against, a superior wrestler in a title fight. But Rockhold, he's a lefty, he's taller, he's longer, and I'm wondering if these lines are maybe climbing up a little bit too high. I mean, at minus 150, you'd have to have a better than 60% chance of winning to have a value on the bet. So, even if Weidman has the advantage here, does he have that much of an advantage over Rockhold? I'm not exactly sure. Where'd you open this line? Where's the betting come in, Nick?
I opened Weidman minus 150, and the comeback was plus 120. So line margins have kind of tightened up a little bit, and of course, a little bit more money coming in on Weidman. But they are getting two-way action on this fight. No surprise. I mean, this is an outstanding fight. You truly have two of the best middleweights in the world going at it.
Yeah, I mean, you can make a great case for each fighter here. So my guess is that the betting action will come in, even the sharp action, if there is any, will come in split, and that you'll probably get big action, big volume on this fight, and that'll be mostly split down the middle.
Yeah, I think so. I think you will see sharp action on both sides. I mean, there's so many strong opinions for either guy here, and it's hard to argue. I mean, you can make a case for either fighter. I mean, look what Weidman's done recently. I mean, he's the first one to dethrone Anderson Silva, and he was able to do it twice. I know the leg break thing was kind of flukish, a lot of people think, and then the way the first fight went. But still, after that, I mean, the way he beat Machida, his win over Vitor Belfort, I mean, the guy has looked great, and he was the guy that was supposed to eventually be the next man up after Anderson Silva. So he's lived up to that hype, and the guy's phenomenal. But this is definitely his toughest challenge to date. Rockhold is phenomenal. Look what he's done to some of those same opponents. I mean, he ran through Michael Bisping. He destroyed Machida as well. I mean, the guy has it all. He has all the tools, like you mentioned. He's a little bit longer. I think from distance, he's actually going to have the advantage striking. Now, I think Weidman has a little bit more pure knockout power, and I believe Weidman has a little bit of better chin. But defensively, it's a little bit tricky because even in that Vitor Belfort fight, we seen early on that Belfort was able to bring the fight to Weidman, and Weidman was taking those punches, and I think that sometimes he kind of gets a little bit too comfortable, too confident in his chin that he thinks, you know what, I'll be able to absorb a few of these punches, and then I'm going to dish out even more punishment. And he has that warrior mentality. Well, against a guy like Rockhold, I don't think he's going to be able to get away with that because Rockhold does have that added ground game that is dangerous. I mean, both these guys are tremendous everywhere. Weidman might have the better wrestling, but on the ground, the pure jiu-jitsu and the more dangerous and capable fighter is actually Rockhold here. So Rockhold has some advantages in this fight, and I think it is a dog or pass situation here.
What do you think maybe about the under? Right now, 3.5 rounds, minus 120 is the under at 5 dimes. And I'm thinking that, like you said, Weidman might get caught. I would lean towards the under as well. Would you disagree with that, Nick?
No, I don't. I think that it does have a good shot at going under because, again, both these guys are finishers. I mean, Weidman has a tremendous amount of knockout power. We've seen in the past Rockhold has been knocked out. And then at the same time, the way Rockhold's been running through people, I mean, he's very dangerous on the ground. And, of course, his stand-up game's legit as well. So, yes, I think that this fight probably does end before it hits that 3.5 round mark for the total. It goes probably under as well. So I lean under and actually lean dog. And I think, there probably is some decent value there.
Nick and I both leaning Luke Rockhold at plus 135, and I think I would lean even a little bit stronger towards the under 3.5 at just minus 120. Thanks so much, Nick.